Yes, ladies and gentlemen, Raheem Sterling, this guy, Raheem Sterling. So yeah, there is a movement, a little bit of movement. I think he is one of those players for Chelsea that we are desperately need to move. Um, I think Chelsea wants to make sure that he's sold, not just go on loan, but we need to sell him. So this guy, I think for the owners, for the coach, and the supporters, everyone will be happy. Very happy that he will be moving. And yeah, so there is some talks and some discussions that um some or there is a Champions League team, which means there is a team that will be playing the Champions League in the coming season. That is actually that wants to they're keen to sign Raheem Sterling. So yeah, so I think it's one of those things that we just let's pray. We need to pray as Chelsea that he moves on. One, it will reduce the wages. I think he's on 300,000 pounds a week. That's number one. Number two, it also reduces the numbers in terms of the numbers in terms of the players within within the squad. That also reduces. If we are going to sell him, it also means that we are going to get at least something out of it. Remember, we bought him 3 seasons ago, 3 years ago, for about 50 million pounds from Manchester City. So whatever we get, for me, it's actually something that will also help us going forward. But you see, throughout those things, we are saying that yes, there is a team that is keen and whatever. Look at this. Yes. Now we now know we've got an idea who wants or who is keen to sign him. That's Bayer Leverkusen as well as Juventus. Those are big German teams, right? So if Juventus from Italy and Bayer Leverkusen from Germany, so there is a problem here. What it means is that he has to reduce his salary because Germany and France and Italy and Spain, they won't be able to pay 300,000 a week. They won't. That's a no. So what does that mean? It means that he has to reduce his obviously his salary. Number one. Number two, Chelsea is looking at least 20 million pounds, right? If we get 20 million pounds, I think that would be a good business for us. I think it would be a very good business for us. So yeah, let's see what happens. My only challenge is that is he going to be willing to reduce his salary? Because at the end of the day, he has got nothing to lose. You see, he has got nothing to lose. He can just say, guys, it's fine. I can stay at Chelsea. I can go and play with the reserves while I'm putting my 300,000 in my pocket. I've got nothing to play for anymore. Remember, I think in mentally he understands that he won't play for England anymore, right? Because like there are very good young players that are wingers there that is actually going to play for England. So you rather say, you know what, for that 5-year contract, I will just remain here for 2 years in my salary. Then, yeah, then I'll see when I get to 32, 33 years, then I'll see what I can do. That's another thing. Or you then say, you know what, I love football. I want to enjoy football. I also want to go to Germany or to Italy to go and see I mean, new country, new culture, and whatever. Let me just ask for maybe 150,000 pounds or euros a week and all those kind of things, then you can go. So yeah, let's see what happens in the next coming weeks. We just pray that he will be also will be leaving. The second point that I also wanted to raise is the issue of Nicholas Jackson. So Nicholas Jackson is people are still talking about him moving to Manchester United, right? For me, I see that happening. For me, I can see that happening. Why am I saying that? It's because there is Garnacho involved. Remember, Chelsea also are interested in Garnacho. So what does that mean? It also means that it's either they can do a swap deal or they can sell, but when they do sell, it means that one of the teams will pay a little bit less. So, for instance, if we are going to sell Jackson for 50 million, right, pounds, then Manchester will then say no, but Garnacho we're going to sell him for 40, right? So that means that Manchester will just make a top up of 10, right, or 20, whatever it is, right? 20 million, then they'll give it to us. So I see that happening, but the only challenge that is there at the moment is that it seems as if Manchester United also are looking at quite a number of players now. There is Wilkins from Aston Villa. Um, there is Mateta as well. They are also looking at Mateta. And I think that Mateta actually, for me, yes, as much as I want to offload Nicholas Jackson so that Chelsea can get money, I also believe that Mateta is also a very good striker who can fit well into the Manchester United squad. So um, I don't know. Let's see what happens, because the challenge with that is that it seems as if Manchester doesn't really have money. What they want to do first is to offload players, and then they will be able to get money to buy a striker and a goalkeeper. So yeah, let's see what happens, and then I think in the next this thing should be clear in the next week or two, considering that there are only 3 weeks. I think is it not 3 weeks? There's only about about less than 2 months actually to close, because my understanding is that the first week of September, that's when the obviously the door will close. Okay, so nobody will be able to buy or sell players after, I think, the 3rd or 5th of September, somewhere there. I'll confirm if there is anyone who's got dates there. You can just remind me. Then, in terms of Renato Vega, yes. So that deal for Renato Vega is actually moving very fast. You know what? There is a relationship between Chelsea and Atletico Madrid. I think we all know that. Look what happened to Felix, that deal that happened to Felix, about a season or two ago. And I think we sold 2 or 3 players to them already. We sold Aspilicueta to them previously. So there is a relationship, and there's some deals that had happened before. So yeah, so it's something that this one, I think, here we go, should be coming in the next few days. I think Renato Vega should be going. I think what they are just discussing now is to agree on the fee, because obviously, as we know, Chelsea are looking at about 40 million euros, which is about 35 million pounds. Yeah, so let's see. This one will be much quicker. I think Chelsea will be happy with the business. So yeah, I think that's all for today in terms of Chelsea. Let's see what happens. In terms of any other teams, I know that Manchester United has arrived in Chicago. I think they will start their preparations probably by today or tomorrow. They will start having some friendlies, and yeah, we should see. I also saw that uh, I mean, a lot of players from their end, they've remained behind in some with personal reasons and whatever. So I think I'll come back on that in the end of this afternoon, just to give you an update on Manchester United, who was left behind, what is the reason why some of these players were left behind, who has joined the party. Obviously, we know that the Brian Mbumos and uh, and other players have already obviously traveled. So let's see what happens in the afternoon. Okay. So enjoy your day and have a wonderful afternoon.